Alright, what's going on YouTube? This video is going to be about X Mavericks and the iPad Air.
Dog, they ain't lost the kid. See, my Muslim nigga did his whole bird. He said, Inshallah, we don't fuck with pigs, and that's no snitching, no snitching. One more time, no snitching. Hating ass nigga wanna murder me. Suit yourself, but you better shoot the witness.
Alright, so as you know, this week they have announced the iPad Air and also they have released X Mavericks. So first I will be talking about X Mavericks and then I will be talking about the iPad Air. So let's get on to X Mavericks. So X Mavericks is a new update, such as how you updated from Snow Leopard to Lion to Mountain Lion. So it's basically the update for Mountain Lion. There will be certain requirements needed for this update, so I will go through them. And also in this update you are going to have 200 new features packed into it, so hopefully they are useful features and hopefully this operating system will be even better than Mountain Lion is. Alright, so for this update you will need an Intel Core 2 processor or above, and it has to be a 64-bit processor, and also you will need 10.8.6 currently installed or above. So basically 10.8.6 is, I think, the latest version of Snow Leopard, so you will need that or above to install this update. Also you will need a Mac App Store account, so basically your Apple ID should work fine. Also you will need 5GB disk space to install the actual operating system itself. So now X Mavericks, everyone that is using a official Apple device such as a MacBook Air, MacBook Pro or an iMac, you will obviously be able to just install this update without any problems as long as you've got the required spec that you'll need. But Hackintosh users, don't be worried, because I have checked Tony Mac and they have got UniVs 3 out, which means there is going to be new drivers, new installation for the Hackintosh. And actually they have got a blog on X Mavericks, so we definitely know that X Mavericks is going to be compatible with Hackintosh very soon, and shortly I will be making a new video on this as well on how to install it. So that's really it for X Mavericks. Let's move on to the iPad Air. The iPad Air looks very nice. They have slightly changed the design. They have made it more thin and more lighter. So the iPad Air has got a A7 64-bit chip. Now this means that this is the first iPad with a 64-bit chip, which means that there are some applications on the desktop which they have shown in their keynote that you are now able to use them on the actual iPad, which is a very good new feature. And this will basically mean that it's going to have twice the graphics and CPU performance, which means you're going to get faster speeds, better graphic resolutions and everything. Obviously will come pre-installed with iOS 7, and also it has now got Bluetooth 4.0, which I do think was in the previous generation. I'm not too sure on that, but I definitely know it's in the new iPad Air. So the iPad Air will have a FaceTime HD 720p camera. So now the iPad Air does have a HD 1080p video recording camera, so that is definitely going to be a good upgrade. Alright, so now moving on to colors. So the iPad Air does come in a space grey model, which is basically the new iPhone 5s. There's a space grey model there, so that's basically the color you're going to get, and you're also going to get a silver model, which both of them do look very nice. It's also going to have a 9.7-inch Retina display, and also it will come in 1632, 64 and 128GB models. Now 128GB, that's a lot of space for an iPad, which is a tablet that is really thin, so they've done something very good on that, and I'm sure there is a model in the previous generation with that, but this iPad is really thin, so they've definitely done good with that. Now obviously the iPad will come in Wi-Fi and cellular model. The cellular model will be LTE, so 4G will be available on the iPad Air. Alright, so as I've been saying, the iPad Air is quite thin. It is only 7.5mm thick. Now that is really slim. That's probably around that much. You can basically get a ruler and measure out 7.5mm, and that's how thin the iPad is. Alright, so as you probably know, the Wi-Fi model and the cellular model will both have two different weights, but it won't be a big difference that you'll be able to feel it, but there is a slight weight difference to it. The iPad Air Wi-Fi will only weigh 469 grams and the iPad cellular model will only weigh 478 grams. I will recommend going with these new iPads and also updating with X Mavericks, because there are two new things that have both come out this week, and I definitely recommend going with them. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, subscribe and rate.